This week's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Wow, hello everybody. I hope you're all doing great. It's not a bad place to hang out first thing in the morning. I'm actually on the west coast of Vancouver Island again. This is right near Port Renfrew, an area that I've been to lots of times and made lots of videos about. But I've never been to this beach. This is owned by the Pacheedaht First Nations band. They actually have a town not too far from the end of the beach there. You can access it from a road. Absolutely stunning beach. The reason why I'm here is I'm camped out here with Gavin and Amanda and a friend of ours, Wayne. So I'm staying with Wayne in his trailer. We found a really nice campground. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. We're right on the beach. We came here last night and I couldn't really find anything to photograph. But the one thing that really did interest me were the close-ups of the roots in a lot of these fallen logs. So those guys are still in bed sleeping, and I just kind of woke up and thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to go out and see if I can take some photographs of the patterns in these roots. So I've just started. I'm still half asleep. I haven't even had my cup of tea yet. So if I fumble my words and start getting mixed up, then you'll know why. I think there might be something here, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to kind of play around with this a little bit and see if I can find something. And then if I do, I'll be sure to go through my composition with you. This is really quite neat. They almost look like body parts. This looks like a bum. It's quite funny. I just love all the little angles and the textures in here. It is quite hard to find a composition because it is quite messy. The sections that I like I particularly like the bottom section and this stick or root going out over this way, and this little bit here. I love all the bits that are kind of twisty. The parts that I'm not keen on where the roots have kind of broken off from being constantly in the ocean and breaking off, and they're not quite that smooth. But there's lots of other logs down here, so I'm going to see if I can find some more textures with these smooth bits in. But yeah, it's really quite fascinating. It's funny, I used to do a lot of this kind of stuff, and I haven't done much of it for a very long time. So it's kind of nice to mix things up a little bit every now and then and do something different other than the same old, you know. So I'll probably take some horizontals, and I might take a couple of verticals as well, just of this section down here. Having a bit of a hard time this morning. I didn't sleep very well. I'm not really sure why. It was comfortable enough, but you know how you feel a bit groggy in the morning and have trouble thinking about, well, especially compositions. Regardless, I found this now. I came across this one yesterday evening, but it was quite a bit drier, so the bark was quite bleached out and white, which I think I prefer. Because it's wet, it kind of it's kind of a yellowy color. But I'm still going to attempt to take a photograph. The parts that I really like, as I said before, are all the smooth, kind of worn bark sections. The sticks, like the thin sticks or the thin roots, are the parts that I'm not that keen on. So what I've decided to do is do a 16 by 9 pano of the midsection here. This piece of wood right here, I did try to pull out, but it's really jammed in there. But it's kind of interesting. It's just a pattern shot, and as I said, it's just something a little bit different than what I usually photograph. There's a ton of big old trees that have fallen down at some point and then washed up on this shore. It looks like some of them have been here for a very long time. This is really quite interesting. What I really love about this scene is not only the smooth roots, but the kind of pristine sand. It doesn't have any footprints through it or rocks or anything like that. It has this really smooth texture to it. It's one of the things that I've learned over the years when you're taking photographs like this. You often hear photographers talk about how they want to represent a bit of storytelling. And when I was working in the magazine industry for the gardening magazines, one of the things that I learned very quickly is that if you want to tell a story about a location, then you're often better to try and take a lot of detail shots, like small vignettes of the larger picture, to kind of make up that larger picture. That's not to say that you shouldn't take, the grand landscape, but it's often the small intimate details that will tell more about an area than just say, just an overall view of it. And once you have that small body of work and you put it all together, then it'll put it into a really nice little story or a nice little project. Now, obviously, if I'm just out here for the day and say I want to talk about, these old growth trees that have kind of washed up on the shore, then it might take, several weeks, it might take several years, who knows, of just taking images of, say, the root systems and the trees that have washed up on this beach. Depends on what you really want to say in your photographs. Now, these are just more or less pattern shots, and they're quite easy to find. You just have to search around a bit, but I'm sure that if I came here, over the years several times and concentrated on just these roots, then eventually I'd have a nice body of work, and I might be able to show that as a bit of a story about this area.
Once again, I'd like to thank Squarespace for supporting my channel and sponsoring this week's video. One of my favorite features of a Squarespace website is the ability to quickly and efficiently update a gallery or page either from a desktop computer or while on the fly using the Squarespace app from my mobile device. Loading multiple images onto a page is quick and offers the ability to change a design or page quickly and elegantly without any coding knowledge. Want to sell your products? No problem. Setting up shop is also quick and intuitive. Sound interesting? why not head over to squarespace.com and try it for free? And if you like what you find, use the code AdamGibbs for 10% off your first purchase. Action. Okay. Action.
Well,
Hello.
this is a perfect opportunity to introduce this amazing new book. Apparently it's a bestseller. It's called
Quiet Light by Adam Gibbs. Link in the description below. Incidentally, while we're on the subject, if you are interested in picking up a copy of Quiet Light, the 3rd edition, it's available now at kozubooks.com. So the next part of this video is a little disjointed, and as it progresses you'll kind of see why I didn't take much footage. We ended up in a really special area that Gavin and I have tried to get into a number of times, and we finally got into the spot that we wanted to photograph. Be sure to check out Gavin's channel because I'm sure he'll have a lot more footage than I have here.
yeah, and then that one. One there if you want. I need something for this. There isn't one.
Just hold on to this. Just hold on to the webbing. You shove it up. You alright?
I should have put my gloves on.
Is the man that could be able to get down?
I don't know.
Right, well I think this is our 3rd trip to try and get into this area. See a beautiful waterfall at the back here. But I don't know if you can make it out. You can see a white line. That's the strap we climbed down. And then there's a little bit of a rope. And then the rocks are just really slippery and sketchy. This is the first time I felt a little bit apprehensive about going to an area and feel really uncomfortable. So what we're photographing is this beautiful big cavern, and at the back of it there's a waterfall. It's really quite beautiful, but as I said, it's a little bit sketchy. We have to kind of go out, you have to kind of time it so that you can get out before the waves hit you. So I'm just going to take some quick shots of this and then get the hell out of here. Good morning, everybody. Looks like it's pouring with rain this morning. So we've spent 2 nights at the campground here, and I think it's time to go home. Yesterday was a pretty exciting day, and it made the whole trip worthwhile. As most of you know that have watched this video or my channel, I've been out to the Port Renfrew area lots and lots of times, so I am running out of places to go and photograph and show you. Even though I really love it out here, it's sometimes a bit of a challenge. So yesterday was really exciting, and it was great to find a new location and get that adrenaline going. But I think it's time to go home. So thank you ever so much for watching this video, and as always, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to give me the old thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time. All right, bye for now.